Hi peeps, I'm Auriel Grace, and today's psychic tip is fairies, or the fae folk. So, if you've read any of my books, you know that I am a true believer in many types of helpful spirits and fae folk. So, the folk can help your garden grow. They can. So, and I have seen this, like for myself, in my own garden. Although I haven't had a garden here in North Carolina yet, I did actually have a small strip of land in Florida that I improved quite a bit, and it really helped my home. You know, because when I moved in, the energy wasn't that great. So I always try to shift the energy wherever I'm at. And I always encourage people to do the same, whether it is through like gardening or just being able to create peace and harmony within the home and yourself. So, but today we're going to talk about fairies, and I'm going to give you like basic stuff about fairies because we're actually going to do a spiritual show about fairies, and we'll talk more in depth about them. But today we'll talk about the gnomes. Okay, so the gnomes live in the earth. There are earth fairies, right? They know a lot about the earth. They know what's in the earth. They also know about where you can find crystals. They know a lot. And so to encourage your soil, talk to the gnomes. And the thing is that they will assist. You'll be inspired, you know, once you connect to the earth or the garden, wherever you're at that you want to transform. You know, you'll find that if you work with them, they'll help you a bunch, and they will inspire you and direct you in the correct direction. So, gnomes, earth. Undines. Undine fairies are water fairies. So they are mermaids, and they are kelpies, and any kind of water type of fae, right? So there was a house, I forget where it was, it might have been in Illinois, and they had, I guess they had built the house over some water, right? A watershed or a well or something. Anyway, it blocked the area for that water fae to get out. And they had a lot of disruption in their basement. They had flooding for no reason. They had electric problems. They had all kinds of stuff. And so we had to like guide the fairy to the nearest water source in order for that to stop happening. And it was a dark place, you know, that fae was kind of upset that they took up their space. And so so once we cleared the fairy, once she was able to get to a reservoir, she was okay. And the house actually, it went from a dank, dark basement to a basement with light in it. You can actually see the sunlight coming through the small windows in the walls up. You know, when you have basements, they have those windows that are up above. And so you could actually see the sunlight coming through. It was amazing. So you want to make sure to appease your fae folk. All right, so undines, water. Sylphs are air. So the sylph fairies are the air fairies. So anything that has to do with air. Dragons. Dragons are air. They are air and water. And they also are fire too. So there's different types of dragons. But air. air fairies are sylphs. They fly through the air. They're the ones that assist with cleaning the air. They're the ones that assist with like clearing the toxic stuff. And so do the undines with water, with water and rain. And so if you want clean air, you can ask the sylphs for that. Yeah, it'll get windy. Or you can ask for rain. You may have to ask for both, right? Because they help each other. And each element helps the other element. Okay, so I have some examples here of like tokens. That's what I call them. So on my altar, the second shelf of my altar, I have bowls like this. It may look like, what the heck do you got there, Auriel? Well, I have some feathers that I've picked up in parks and stuff. I'll see them on the ground and I'll pick them up and I'll put them in this bowl. Sylph, butterfly, sylph, pine cone. So pine cones are part of trees, right? So the dryads. I have red rocks. Again, gnomes. Acorns. Oak tree. Dryads. I have bells in here because fairies love bells. The more bells you have, the more fairies you're going to have. A crystal. Gnomes. So for all my fae objects, I always use a glass or a wood bowl. This is a wood bowl. I've had this bowl for years. I think I got it at the thrift store. So, and I take everything out and I polish it because I want to keep it nice for them. That is like my representative or offering for the fae folk on my altar to let them know that it's okay. It's okay for them to be in my home. It's okay for them to honor me. It's okay to inspire me and let me know how I can help them. So if you're a crafty person and you want to bring them in, you know, you can. I mean, that's one way of doing that. Another way is just using earth things. So this is a little tree. Yeah, it's a little tree. It has seashells and pyrite on it and coral from Florida. The seashells are from Florida too. So the pyrite I just bought at a gem and mineral show. But this is an offering. So when I actually have my own home, it'll probably go in the garden as an offering to them, thanking them for helping me with my garden. So they like things like this. You know, they like sparkly things, they like fun things, they like that kind of stuff. So if you want to put some things in your garden for them, they don't have to be big, huge statues. They can be small things like that. They can be pretty pebbles. They can be, you know, like more plants. The more plants, the better, actually. And the fae folk like honey. They like sweet milk, like condensed milk, bread, cookies. And I even know a lady who used to take Hershey's Kisses. She'd take the foil off the Hershey's Kisses and just drop them all over her farm and just let the fairies know, hey, yeah, you can be here, but make sure you're taking care of the place. Make sure that, you know, you help me out. And she would drop Hershey's Kisses all over her farm for the fae folk. And you know, everything she grew was just beautiful. And it didn't matter if there was a drought. It didn't matter if, you know, there was like grasshoppers everywhere. The grasshoppers would not come to her place. And she didn't use any kind of like poison or anything like that to keep the bugs away. Pretty cool, huh? So try it. I have a friend that was like, I don't believe in this stuff, but she was having a problem, and she created a little fae house in her home because she was having some issues. And she made it really pretty. She painted it. She put it in a nice place. She gave it a bunch of gifts and said, here, please stop driving me crazy. And it worked. So I know because my lipsticks often disappear, all of them, all at once. And then once I have appeased the spirits, my lipsticks will come back. So if you're having a hard time in your garden, make a place just for them. It doesn't have to be huge, a huge area, but it's only their place, and let that place go wild. And don't go in there. Let them take care of it, and they will take care of your whole garden. But the Fae folk can help you if you invite them in and you ask them for favors and then leave offerings for them. This is for you. I have other dishes similar to that on my altar for them. It is theirs. And I add to the dishes all the time whenever I feel inspired. So try it. You know, you may like it and you may feel inspired. And it'll open you up to the other kind of Fae folk and spirits that are very useful and that want to help you. Okay? All right. So have a great day. And remember, keep your heart open and align with the energy of love. I'll see you next time. Bye.